Hello, welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Man United version. And today we are covering and still recovering from that celebration of United qualifying for the semi-finals of the Europa League to meet AS Roma. Now, we have some other interesting news to talk about today. We're going to talk about Paul Pogba versus Jose versus Ole. After that game, that fantastic victory at White Hart Lane on Sunday, where United defeated Spurs by 3-1, 3 beautiful goals from Cavani, Mason and Fred. After that game, there was some incidents. As we all know, Son, who conned the referee to get a United goal disallowed, whatever happened. And Ole said, if Jose said if Ole's son fell on the floor, would he feed him? That was quite derogatory. But we can all see that Jose deflected from the actual result of the game and his poor team performance again for Spurs and started to bring up something that was more controversial and less related to the actual gravity and situation at White Hart Lane. Right, let's get right into it. And Pogba was kind of interviewed on Sky Sports this week, and he said the difference in management between Ole and Jose, that Jose always went against the players, while Ole doesn't go against the players. Ole and Jose are completely night and day in his recommendations and his recollections. As you all know, when Pogba was at United with Jose, when Jose was Pogba was Jose's first signing, and he had a very good relationship with Jose Mourinho at the early stages of Mourinho's managerial career at United. But it all came to a standstill, and whereby the way he treated players, as we all know, Jose in the past, when a player is injured, he ignores them. Like, you're broken, I don't need to be around you, you go do yourself. He even treated John Terry like that when John Terry was at Chelsea, when Jose Mourinho was the manager at Chelsea. So when Luke Shaw had that bad injury, he treated Luke Shaw like someone who was a leper. I don't want your injury affecting our player. He just isolates the players. And in those situations, a player needs support of the manager, the encouragement to say, Jose Mourinho is just not that guy. That's why he wasn't the right fit for Man United. The reason Man United wanted him at Old Trafford was just to get the United or Ole to probably Jose to win a league title for United. But his management style, his pragmatic style of football, his non-humanitarian approach to footballers changed. When he managed Porto back in the 2000s, early 2000s, there was no social media as it is today. He criticized Pogba once for sitting on the bench with some players in the stand and laughing at United when United were losing at home in the League Cup final. But what he didn't realize was, at the time someone sent him that clip, there was a network interaction which Pogba said he would never laugh at United when they're losing. It was something else unrelated to football that he was laughing at. But Jose, the very next day, criticized and humiliated Pogba at the training ground. You could all remember that clip where Pogba's running in the training ground, shaking Carrick, shaking the other manager's hand, the assistant coach, and Mourinho's looking at him like a piece of crap, like, oh, what are you, and tells him off, or like, you're not training today. But you see, this is Mourinho's style. He knows how to vilify players and kept saying Pogba was the toxic virus in the dressing room. But everyone jumped on Pogba, saying Pogba's the virus, Pogba's the virus, Pogba's the virus. But we all came to find out Mourinho was the actual virus at Old Trafford. He was the toxic potion. You remember those games? I think it was either we lost to City or lost to Liverpool at Anfield and at Main Road. He dropped Pogba because he didn't like what Pogba... You see, this guy has a vendetta against players, and it's not right. If you don't... You see, you have to treat players like humans. Yes, they have a job to perform. But if you keep vilifying them and criticizing them and demoralizing them, making them lose confidence in their own abilities and, talking down on them, you're never going to get the best out of them. End of the day, when a club doesn't perform, the manager is the first to go. And Mourinho should know this. Since whatever happened at Madrid, remember when he was poking his hand at the Barcelona manager? Mourinho has completely lost the plot. I don't think he's the same guy. I think since he came back from Madrid, he went to Chelsea, he got sacked. He went to Man United, he gets sacked. He's probably going to sack from Spurs. Mourinho has lost it. It's not the same guy. Times have changed, but he hasn't changed. And that's what's affecting him. before I deflect from the situation with Pogba and Marino, Pogba says Ole listens to the players. Ole does not discard players. When you're injured, he still tries to support and help you and rehabilitate and make you feel part of the team. But Marino does not. Luke Shaw was a very good example that Pogba suggested. But also, Pogba and Marino got on initially. But when, you see, I remember an interview. They said when Pogba had just won the World Cup, they asked me, you now have a world-class player in your team now, a leader who's led this country, who helped this country win the World Cup. He said, yes, I'm glad he won the World Cup, but he needs to get his social. It just kind of pushed away the no compliment or congratulatory message. It's kind of anger, like, oh, he needs to focus on his football more. It's like a guy who just won the World Cup, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? But that is Mourinho. But anyway, from this Pogba interview, he said, Ole and Jose are completely two different managers. Every manager comes with a different management style. We know that. And plus have to adapt. Ole is more hands-on with the players. He's more subtle. I'm not saying he's weak. He can be weak at times. Alex Ferguson was like, more nurturing. Jose is not nurturing. He's not a nurturing manager. Like he said, I need mad dogs. If you need mad dogs, then you have to get them to be ready to sacrifice and go through brick walls for you. But if you don't treat them right, they're not going to sacrifice themselves. Because like, you know what? I'm not going to perform. You're going to get fired before I get fired. And that's what Jose has failed to realize. He went to Chelsea twice and got fired twice. That tells you something. Who got... So you got to understand. Jose deflects. When there's something wrong, he deflects. When there's something to be addressed, he deflects. The way he treated some United players at Old Trafford when he was there was actually despicable. Really poor and really bad. But Pogba didn't say everything that needs to be said. I mean, because he's not going to say everything that went on. Some things that kept behind closed doors. But Jose was toxic. He was rude. He was disrespectful. Even he used to say David De Gea doesn't train well, that David De Gea is not the best trainer. Just putting players down. You see what I mean? If that's his way of trying to get them to be the best, nah, mate, it always backfired because players are like, you know what? Nah, I'm not doing this. I'm not running through brick walls for you. Fuck that. You're ruining my social media status. You're ruining my profile. You're ruining my reputation as a footballer. Some footballers have played under Mourinho and have completely lost their way. And I mean lost their way. You saw what he did to Martial. Moved him out of the team, took his shirt away, moved him to the left, and brought in Sanchez, and it all went wrong. It all went wrong. Did we really need Sanchez? No, we did not need Sanchez. But just because we wanted to stop City winning title, and City still won the title. We've all got 20 points. So what was the whole purpose of that? Just to get one over Pep. Just stupid. Anyway, but I'm happy Pogba was able to say a few things that most of the things we already knew, that the difference in management style between Ole and Jose are completely night and day. Completely night and day. Ole is more in touch with the humans. I won't say touch because he played for Man United. He's more in touch with people. Jose is a more standoffish manager. He's old school, and that doesn't work. You can't use the old systems to work in a new environment. It's not going to work. If you're watching our video, don't forget to smash a like. Tell us what you think. Smash your comments. What did you think about the Ole Jose management style over this in this club of Man United? Do you think Ole is a better manager to players than Jose was? Drop your comments. Don't forget to subscribe by hitting the logo at the bottom right of your screen. I really appreciate it. Thank you as we're trying to get to our 4K target. Join us on that journey. Thank you so much. But all we're going to round up today that Jose was never the right fit for Man United. Never the right fit. Even Louis van Gaal was a better manager than Jose Mourinho. See what I mean? And Pogba has made it clear. You can see Pogba is playing the best, having the best time of his life, playing better football, more allowed. Jose doesn't allow you to express yourself. It's very rigid. So you can see that rigid command control on the training field and on the football field. That, you know what, I'm telling you, do not go past that line. We get there, you track back. So players are always scared. So if players are scared and not able to express themselves, you're not going to get players who are playing with the ability. He did once say Luke Shaw lacked that football ability. Whoa, if that's not insulting, I wonder what is. But that is what it is. It is what it is. Jose would be Jose. But Pogba just told us the difference between Ole and Jose. You know, it all stemmed from Jose trying to deflect all this against the Spurs defeat against Man United on Sunday. But overall, we got the 3 points, 3 goals. We move on. Jose has to work to do for Spurs, and he has to take care of it. If he doesn't help, Danny Levy is going to show him the door, as he always does. So instead of Jose focusing on the stuff that's irrelevant, he needs to focus on getting his team playing better football and winning games as Tottenham should be, because Pochettino did a better job than he's doing. I'm out of here. Tim Ross, your host. From me, it's goodbye and good night.